Why is this so hard? Why is this so difficult?
There we go. Does that work? Yes?
Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I forgot I
Is
had
it?
to use Chrome.
Oh, that's right. You have.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's not really. I just got to remember next time.
Is that really loud?
No, it's not too loud.
If I tap on this, is it?
I mean, I can hear it. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it's not
I
deafening.
feel like this was for some reason this was harder this time,
Could be. Oh,
and I don't understand why. So, but it worked. So that's great. But I don't. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I did that was wrong.
right.
But I can hear you out of this, and now I'm listening to the Barcelona game in this one.
Okay.
So I've got multiple things going on.
Mm. Yeah, I took a nap. It felt good. I woke
After,
up. I was like, "What happened?" Oh yeah,
you took a nap after the
after the
game.
game. Well, after the Red Star. After the Red Star game, because I watched that too.
They tied, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I was listening to some show. I think I was listening to the ESPN podcast, and they said they were talking about what a disappointment Napoli was.
That's. Or you could say what a thrill the Red Star was.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably looking at it from the other point of view.
I do. I was expecting them to get their asses kicked, but no, they held on strong and kept a clean sheet. So I'm happy with that. I know who's the other in the group? PSG
Liverpool.
and Liverpool. Yeah, they're gonna get.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm gonna try to watch at least.
You never know. Like I was talking to a Liverpool fan, Tony. I was talking to Tony
Mm.
earlier this afternoon, and he said that he was, we were talking about like that group, and I said, I think Red Star is going to kind of surprise a lot of people because that stadium and that environment is insane.
Yeah,
And
it
they're
is.
and like these big clubs are going to walk in there and they're going to think that it's going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy.
It's no. There was. I don't know if you saw. There was a video floating around about the tunnel that players have to walk through, and it was like it's like it like winds and you go down steps and you go around a corner and then stuff like that, and it's all there's graffiti everywhere and it looks. But one of the Red Star accounts I follow is like that was 10 years ago. We've remodeled that. It looks a whole lot better now. There's green carpet. It's just.
It's not a shithole.
But opposing teams, yeah, they do shit themselves. But
Yeah,
there were pictures too, and this is the first time I've seen this. That there was not even a like how they'll block off sections between the away support. No, they were right up next to each other, which I wasn't sure if they were going to do that or not. But
that's pretty surprising because I would imagine that I don't know. Did the Napoli fans and the Red Star fans get along, or is it?
I don't know. I don't know if it's between the clubs, but both of them have reputations of causing trouble.
Yeah, and they're close.
Yeah.
It's like right across the sea is
Yeah.
Italy,
Yeah,
and those teams always don't like each other,
no.
which is weird. They have yeah, I think they're gonna be kind of surprising.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm shocked that there was a result in that Liverpool PSG match. Did you watch any of that?
No, I didn't.
I honestly thought it was going to be a draw, and Liverpool scored at the very end and won.
Okay.
So who knows what's going to happen? I think
Was it 1-0?
it was 3-2,
3-2. All right. Well,
and PSG they have so much talent, but they're also they're a mess. They're not. It's like they're a really good group of players, but they're not a team yet.
mm-hmm.
And Liverpool, I think, is a good team. but
Yeah,
they
and
have like,
they're building off of last year too, because
yeah,
they're just continuing that momentum.
yeah. I think like they have one or two really outstanding players, but even like I don't know. I just think like PSG is so good like at every position, but they don't play well, and they don't play like a team, like I said. And then like I was just like watching Barcelona and PSV right now, and I think we have a really good chance. As weird as it sounds, I think we have a really good chance against both these teams because I think PSV is they're good. They're a good team, but I think they're also very young,
Yeah,
and we get them
inexperienced.
next. Yeah,
Okay.
so like I think if we can get 3 points against them in this next match, so Jesus,
Yeah,
that's 6 out of 2. Shit,
yeah.
we're we're
That's
we're good as gold after that. But
yeah. One can only hope.
so did you watch the game at home?
Yeah, yeah.
I did too.
I was off today. I just like, why did Nate take a random Tuesday off in September? No reason.
Yeah, no reason at all. I I shut down. I went into work at about like 8 o'clock, and I shut it down at 12
Yeah,
and raced home and turned it on and watched it in Spanish
yeah.
because I did not know that Fox no longer carries Champions League.
TNT does now.
Yeah, when did that
Yeah,
happen? Because that pisses me off.
it was since last year. It was since last year, so
What?
this summer. Yeah,
No shit.
you know, because I didn't realize that until like a day or two ago.
Yeah, I
And I'm like,
literally.
wait a minute, what channel is this on? Because I have Fox Sports One, Fox Sports Two, Fox Sports Alternate. There's another one, and I'm like, oh, it's got to be on one of those. And I looked it up, like where to watch Champions League, and it's like, nope, not Fox. I'm like, why? And only TNT and Univision, in the U.S. at least, are the
See,
only
that's
two places to watch it. And then, but there's still two games going on at once, so they're gonna bump someone no matter what.
so. What I did was I have Fubo TV,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Hmm. I had that for a year.
Yeah, that is my favorite thing right now is Fubo, and they have Univision, so I was able to watch it in Spanish, which I
Uh,
like better anyway.
yeah.
I mean, I don't like I don't speak it, but I can kind of understand it.
Hmm.
And you know who was the color commentator was Ivan Zamorano. There
Doesn't
was
ring a bell.
he played for Inter years and years ago. Do you remember? Do
Okay.
you ever hear the story about like the number 1 and 8, 1+8?
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know specifically what it's all.
Yeah, that's Bam Bam Zamorano.
Okay.
So like years and years ago, yeah, he was number 9 when he played for Inter.
Yeah.
I want to say like the late 90s, and he was great. He was a good player. And then I want to say it was like 98 or 99 was when Ronaldo came.
Hmm.
And when he came, he was number 9,
Yeah.
and he had to be number 9 because he's Ronaldo.
Right.
And so Zamorano said, "Well, I'll give up my number 9, but I want to be number 18."
Okay.
And then he took 1 and 8, and he put the plus in the middle, and he became 1+8. So
Nice.
that jersey's like super famous.
Okay.
And amongst, but see, he was. I wouldn't say he was a great player. He was really good.
Yeah.
But he's like a legend in Inter now, apparently, because well, he's Bam Bam Zamorano. Anyway, he was the color commentator, so he was totally biased, which was awesome.
Right. 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 See, I watched on the Bleacher Report sports stream,
What is that?
and they had a, I forget the dude's name, but it was the same thing, that the color guy was a Spurs player, was an ex-Spurs player. So he was biased as well, but for the other side. So I guess you can go to one for the
So who is
each.
the? What does
I
it do with
forget.
Bleacher Report?
They have a new sports streaming thing. It's just like Fubo. I think it just started.
Okay.
It's a very recent thing that came out. It's like $10 a month.
Okay, so I heard that you can pay $10 a month to watch everything in English, or you can pay $3 per game. Does that sound familiar?
Maybe. I I I haven't looked that far into it,
Okay, I might have to look into this.
but it's kind of like that. And so like the options are Bleacher Report Sports, ESPN Plus,
Right,
which is like what, $5 a month or something.
right.
But
I have
they're
that.
not but they're not showing the Champions League. So
Yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, you have like Serie A, so that's pretty much it.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I just rely on my good old trusty insert blank.
we keep that quiet.
Yeah.
That's still working though. That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah, um, yeah, that was pretty amazing. I actually watched. You can get the replays of all these games almost immediately after they're done.
Yeah.
Um, and I'll have to send you the link to that.
Okay.
But it's you
There's
can
also a
get
YouTube account that does that.
yeah. There's like a few different places online that do that.
Mhm.
And so I watched I watched that game twice already today. Nate, I'm telling you, when that happened, I was sitting here, I was sitting there like this and like shaking.
Yeah.
I shook for like 10 minutes. I was like, I can't
That's
believe that this just happened. I
I
can't.
I to the best of my ability, I recreated a one-person mosh pit in my living room at Vecino's goal, and I'm just like jumping up and down, screaming, "Fuck! Fuck! What? Oh my god!"
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Like the replay that I watched is the British television, the BT, uh, and it's Ian Dark.
Yeah. Yep. That's a lot of those league games. I've watched a lot of BT Sports, and Sky Sports is a popular one too. BT Sport, I think it's more popular
It's pretty good.
for sure.
He said something after Vecino scored. He said, I'm trying to remember what he said. He said, Inter writes a fairy tale ending on their return to the Champions League. Something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man,
That was
perfect.
that was kind of like the way this club operates, though. It's kind of their MO, where you think it's just like the Lazio game last year. We're already like, we're over. This is done. Just turn it off. I'm walking away.
I feel
And then
horrible about life and everything.
Let's see, Vecino. The last two game, it was like the 87th minute, so it wasn't quite stoppage time. But the stoppage time winner, I think, was so perfect to come from the same player.
It was
And
great.
it just somehow, like, it made my entire week. And I have a lot of shit to do this week. And already it's only Tuesday. So
Yeah, dude, I feel the same thing. I feel like the rest of this week is going to be awesome. And like after Saturday, I felt like gross.
yeah.
I just felt gross. It was like, ugh, of course that happened. The fluke freaking goal, and then it happened again today. It's another fluke goal.
Yeah.
And yeah, it turned everything around in like that 10 minutes. Like Icardi's goal was probably the best goal of the year already.
It's the best one I've seen in the Champions League this year, because I've only seen 2 goals in the Champions League this year.
Yeah, it's true. It's that was something else. And I think like
that reminded me of the Milan Derby one from Perisic.
Yeah, it was a lot like that. It was really good. I think, you know who I liked in this game, and I don't think I've seen anybody talk about it, but I thought Borja Valero was really. I think he didn't do a whole lot in this game, but when he came on, he did a couple things that I think took Tottenham by surprise. and like he sort of became like, do you ever play, I don't know if you ever play basketball or like see someone playing basketball who's like everything that looks about it, soccer is the same way when you play soccer. Like everything that you think about this particular person who's on the field with you, you're like, I should be able to stop them.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing special about this, but then they're awesome. Like you can't stop.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that's what I felt like about him. It's like, yeah. But I think he changed things when he came on, and I think that's why they won.
My man in the match, up until stoppage time, was Politano. He ran his ass off today. Him and Brazo were hooking up all the time, or a lot.
Awesome.
And yeah, it was. I'm not a fan of the bleach hair, but whatever works, man. Whatever works. And no, but yeah, those two together I thought worked very well. I was very impressed with both of them today. And Keita Balde, I thought changed the game when he came on as well, because he could have started, but
he might next time.
Yeah.
Like honestly, did you notice like how like he started going like forward in front of Icardi?
Yeah.
Which was, I thought that was brilliant. I'm like,
yeah.
If you can see, that's kind of what I thought Lautaro Martinez was going to be for Icardi. And if it can be Keita Balde, that's even better, because like I think, and he has that sort of like stand up, like back to goal kind of forward like thing about him. He's got this aura about him, and if Icardi can like follow up behind him, oh my god, that's incredible.
and even drag other defenders with him.
Yeah, it'd be so. Yeah, I he might start next time. That would surprise me. But yeah, Politano was awesome. Brozovic, you know what? Like I was watching, I had this feeling the entire game, which was weird. It felt like I was watching a Champions League match from like 1997. And then I started thinking, like, why am I thinking this? And, like the way Asamoah plays reminds me of like he could be playing any time. Like he just kind of reminds me of watching like, geez, I don't even know. Like trying to think of some player from like the late 90s who played wing. And it's, and then I started thinking, well, maybe it's Brozovic's hair.
It's something like that. Like that.
It's really 1997. It really is. But that was a lot of fun. And I still can't quite believe that I watched it. That happened.
Yeah, it's still sinking in, really.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I had to have that follow up. Like this is, I don't know. I think Handanovic is. He's so frustrating to me. Like I feel like he's never in the game. Yeah. And that's like, and I mean like he's never like mentally like able to see the game like in front of him, even though it's right there. He's very reactive.
I've been saying for a while now that he often looks like he's back there reading a book.
Yeah, he sort of has that aura about him.
Yeah.
Like there's something else going on that no one else in the world sees except for Samir Handanovic.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's just very reactive. But like there were some times today where he actually stepped out and went for the ball. And like collected.
Yeah, he has flashes of, I don't want to say brilliance, but brilliance.
It is kind
sometimes
of brilliant.
he kind of has this, I don't know, not swagger or anything, but he's got this thing about him that when he's on, and you can count on him. But
Confidence.
if you know if you keep if he's not being challenged, then he's he's thinking about the X-Men or something. I don't know.
He might be thinking about X-Men.
Yeah.
There's yeah, that's yeah, it's weird. It's like he just kind of fades out. But then he does these things. I think he's really incredibly athletic. And he almost relies too much on his athleticism. Like, I can jump up and stop this, and I can do this. And so he doesn't predict, which is, I think, a good thing in some regards. But in other regards, it's like you see what happened like last week against Parma. I think like that was an incredible shot. It would be hard for anyone to stop that. But he didn't see that was exactly where it was pretty much the only place that the ball could have, that shot could have gone. And he was leaning more towards the opposite direction and let himself get screened by another player. And he never saw it. And like, I feel like that's something that a goalkeeper of his experience and ability should be able to see happening.
Yeah.
And I think that like that also kind of, you can see it with some of those players. Like maybe DeVry and Skriniar are better than this, and Miranda are better than this, but like some of those players, they kind of like all of a sudden they remember that like they've got a goalkeeper who doesn't do amazing. He's not going to take over the box,
Yeah, they have to step in and help him out, or else their ass out too.
Yeah, I think it's, who knows? It could, maybe he's changing a little bit. Maybe Spalletti's like, or somebody was like, "Come on, man, pick it up, get in the game," because he did it today. He like went out there and he grabbed some shots, and they needed that because Spurs are tall.
Yeah,
they're a big team.
Yeah, and even with the players that they had out, I thought we were in some big trouble.
Yeah.
Even at home,
who were they
to lose the Champions League match at home at San Siro, which is it would also be the other perfect Inter thing to do. It's the one key pass and 2 goals in 10 minutes that changed the game, that defined the entire game. Yeah. Or we could have gotten annihilated and embarrassed at home, and we'd be sitting here saying the same thing. Well, what do you expect? We couldn't fucking beat it. We couldn't beat Parma.
Yeah, but see, now we got 5 minutes changed everything, and like, so we play Sampdoria Sunday. And Sampdoria's fucking awesome right now.
Yeah, they put 5 on who was it? Fiorentina?
Yeah,
maybe someone.
I can't remember who they played this week.
Yeah, they had a good week.
Yeah, they're on a roll, and they crushed Napoli 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and I mean, if today would have gone the other way, and then all of a sudden we have to play Sampdoria.
It's at home, right?
I think it's in Genoa.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think it's in Genoa, and then we play. I think we play Fiorentina
at home, and then Spurs again away.
Yeah.
So I think the next Champions League match is like October 8th, maybe.
I'm gonna check it out. I got all this technology here.
Right? Yeah, that's something.
Why do we not know everything?
All right. No excuse, guys.
I'm gonna check. Let's see. So we have games. Let's see. Following. Okay, so I've got all the list of all the Champions League. Atletico Madrid won. Borussia Dortmund won. Galatasaray won.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's at Sampdoria. Wait, what? Okay, something's off here. I'm looking for my Inter Milan thing. Following Inter. I follow two teams. I follow Inter and the Norwegian national team.
Yeah, I've been using this live score app thing for a couple years now, and you just star. It's not like you don't like save teams that it follows automatically for you. You just go through the list and star everything you want to remind yourself of. Really, I think I've got like 80 things starred still.
That's pretty awesome. What's it called? Live score?
64. Yeah, live score. I dropped a link in the chat yesterday, I think it was.
Oh, cool. I use that one football thing. Okay, so it's September 22nd. So that's next Sunday.
Yeah, that's Saturday. Saturday is the 22nd. 23rd is Sunday.
So that's okay. So that's Sampdoria on the Saturday.
Okay.
And then the 25th, so midweek. So that would be Tuesday, is at home against Fiorentina.
Okay.
And then it's Cagliari at home on Sunday. On Sunday.
2 homes in a row. That doesn't happen very often.
No. And I think I'm missing like the Champions League games on here.
It's October 3rd or October 8th. Whichever one of those is a Tuesday.
Okay.
Or is it the 13th? It's one of those roundish looking numbers. That's possibly double digits.
It's probably, well, let's see. So we play on the 7th, Spal at Spal on the 7th of October. And then there's a 2-week break.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the Derby.
Okay. Speaking of surprises, Spal in second place
is
after
incredible.
4 weeks. That because I was telling one of my buddies at the bar, I was like, "Hey, did you hear the Premier League table?" I'm like, "No, no." He just shows it to me, and I'm like, "Watford? What?" Because they were like third or something. And I'm like, "Hold on, I got you one better." And I pulled up Serie A, and it was Juve, Sassuolo, and Spal for top 3.
Yeah, that's pretty
like,
incredible.
I think I got you beat here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And last year with like Brighton and Hove almost finished 5th or something.
Yeah, who was one of those teams? One of those weird teams.
Yeah, one of those new promotion teams.
Yeah, finished like way up there. I don't know. I don't know too much about the Premier League still, but I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to follow it because everybody does.
Yeah. Yeah, I only see what other people are talking about. I don't actively search it out, but I mean, I work at a supporters bar, and like everyone else, like especially 2 of the guys I work with, that's mainly the only thing we talk about. So Wednesday nights is social soccer night for me.
What's are you working tomorrow?
Yeah.
For all the games.
What games?
They're playing Champions League games tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
We open at 5.
Oh, so yeah, you get to watch all those. Yeah.
Well, I'll get the highlights when I get there, and I'll be able to, depending on how late I stay up tonight, I'll at least be able to watch the first game, the 1 o'clock, whatever those are.
Yes, that's. I don't know. I've got to figure if I'm gonna watch all these things. I'm probably not going to, but
Ajax and Athens at 1, Benfica, Bayern, Shakhtar, Hoffenheim. Interesting. City and Lyon, Real Madrid and Roma.
Oh, Real Madrid played Roma.
Yeah. and the other, and then Victoria, Valencia, Juve.
Ugh,
There's a lot of 3 o'clock games. Actually, yeah, there's only 2 1 o'clock games tomorrow. All the rest are at 3.
Well, I might have to see. Like,
Ajax is the only decently interesting one.
Probably gonna have to work tomorrow since I took off most of the afternoon there.
Yeah.
Gotta make up for today being awesome.
I just savor it.
So I'm trying to think like what I want to do with this. What do you want? What do you think we should do with this? I think like I like the idea of like maybe having like a regular week thing.
Mm.
But then again, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then I think like I can take this, since this is recorded on that channel that you have now.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be somewhere we can take the sound from it, turn it into.
I can do that. That's easy.
Yeah, a podcast thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, but I think it's pretty simple. And I was going to say like we could figure it out where, if we want to do it like on a weekly basis or bi-weekly or whatever, we can have people log in. As long as they use Chrome.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a like post-it note up somewhere and just it's a reminder.
Yeah, that sucks. But it seems to work pretty well. I mean, I don't think anybody's clicking on it, which is probably a good thing. But eventually, it might be kind of cool to expand it.
Right. Yeah. Initially, my thoughts are I won't be able to do it every single week. I think maybe after big games, kind of like today, and then
every
maybe
game's a big game.
I know,
Every game.
I know. Hey, I didn't
huge.
change my shirt this week until after the game. After the game, I put my Red Star shirt on, but I waited at least like 20. It was like the 60th minute. I wore this through halftime of that game, and I'm like, you know what? I'm changing now.
See, you did it. You learned a very valuable lesson.
It's all me. I did it. Hey.
Yeah, you don't change.
Ticker tape parade.
Don't change. I didn't move. I like a board and watched the entire game. I was thinking, I'll get up at halftime and have lunch. I didn't.
Oh.
I sat there and just be like this. I had a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So I had that.
I had so much nervous energy this morning. I got up at 6 because I went to bed early last night, knowing that I had to be well rested, and I got up at like 6, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like pacing. I'm checking out stuff. Is there who's in the team, stuff like that, and I was like, fuck. Like 8:30 comes around. I'm like, I'm gonna go wash my car. I gotta do something. I gotta get out of the house. I gotta take my mind off of this for a half hour, an hour. And I get back, and I'm like, all right, fine, sit down. I was like, 2 more hours. I'm not even hungry. Like I couldn't force myself to eat if I tried. I just I was pacing, and the game started, and I kind of like you was just entrenched in it, and then like Spurs scored a little burst of profanity.
Give me a chill. I was thinking about that.
I had my TV on blast. Like I was the loud neighbor today. Clapping, screaming, and cheering. I was that guy today. Yeah, and I don't even feel bad for it.
I had my earphones in. So like if anyone had seen me, no one did, thank God. But if anyone had, they would have been like, why is that person like sitting there in the quiet, like terrified?
Yeah, I do that. I've been at like my mom's house or something, and like family's over. I'm like, all right, fine. And it just so happens there's a game on. I'll put the game on. They don't care. Like they're interested. They're asking me questions about it, but like, or I'll be there just for the weekend, and she watches with me, and but she like I think she's taken to watching me more than the game.
It's more
Yeah,
entertaining.
like she's trying to make sure that I'm just gonna be okay. Because I've been there. We've watched the Milan Derby when we lost 4-0. I
Get the
watched that with
paddles.
her. I watched that with her, and she was like, she felt really bad for me because I was just like, and I had to drive back from Cincinnati like after that game too.
Oh,
And I was just like,
yes.
oh god. I just all right, get my stuff. I'll see you next week. Bye. Like,
After the game today, I was thinking to myself, why am I doing this to myself?
yeah. There's a
Why?
there's a there's a fun
I'm not even there.
there's a Copa 90 video called "Is Being a Football Fan Actually Fun?" And the answer to that is no. Of course not. Why would it be? There's one team every
What's wrong with
year
you?
get all the glory. Everyone else, it's gonna end in heartbreak. You know this. We know this. It's happened. It's been happening for years, and here we are, being the noisy neighbors and the terrified guy in the corner.
You think about it. It's been what, 7 or 8 years since the last
6
years?
6.5 calendar. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like I don't. That's such a dry spell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to not finish. Well, see, like you think about it. Like Italy used to for a while there, we only had 3 spots.
Yeah, we just got the 4th one.
Yeah. So
I'm still trying to figure out how we got the 4th one. Was it because we keep sending people to like the quarterfinals or something like that? I don't know.
I think. See, like I feel like the UEFA coefficient. There's a mathematical equation to it that they take like how your leagues do in different tournaments over the course of like a certain given period of time. But I feel like it's always money.
Yeah.
It's always like UEFA is like, okay, where is the television revenue coming from this time around? And I feel like they look and say like, well, maybe we can have more interest in Italy if we have one of the northern, one of the Milan teams in it, or it's real conspiratorial to think that way, of course, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Like why have
it's UEFA? A lot of the conspiracy theories make sense.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes sense because like why not have a 4th team in one of the big leagues come and play rather than have like a 4th or a second team from the Netherlands or Belgium,
Yeah, or a Scottish team or someone.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's
or the other Serbian team.
There
are only two teams in Serbia.
Okay, well, let me get. Okay, so there's Red Star and Partizan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are those the two? And then there's
those are the 2 big ones. Those are the 2 most successful ones.
Right. Those are the 2 that everyone thinks about.
Yeah.
And the difference is what? Partizan is
the difference is they're like 100 yards away from each other.
Yeah, they're like right there.
They're neighbors. They like yeah. They're a lot like it's like Celtic and Rangers. Yeah. How close proximity the 2 clubs are.
Do you want to see something that's crazy?
Yes.
Look up.
Always.
Yeah. Look up Independiente and Racing in Buenos Aires.
All right.
They're literally like next to each other.
Yeah.
And they're huge, enormous rivals. They hate each other with violent passion. Yeah. They're literally like these 2 stadiums right next to each other. Mm-hmm. And I think there's like maybe 300 people, or like there's maybe 100 people who live in between the stadiums.
Oh, really?
Can you imagine?
that match day would be a little nerve-wracking.
Bonkers.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't live there.
But Partizan and Red Star. I can't imagine. That's got to be insane. And then there's, I'm trying to think of the other big team in that, this Hajduk Split, which is
Croatia.
in Croatia.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's another Croatian team too, right? There's like 2 Croatian teams that are like super important.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the other one. But
escapes me. They're split. It's they're red and blue. The other team is like has yellow and.
Yeah, I can't think of the team. See, like those teams, like you don't. It's cool that they're in Champions League every now and then. It's cool that you see that, you know. But like money wise, how much money is like I don't know, name a team from like Bulgaria. Sophia, what's the one that? Oh my God,
Victoria Plzen.
Yeah,
Remember the one I saw? Someone. It was NBC Sports, so take it with a grain of not even salt. But they ranked each team in the Champions League. They ranked them. They gave them a score according to like what their like roster points and I don't know, value of club and all that stuff. And Victoria Plzen got like 37. Inter was in like in the 500s. Barcelona was in the thousands. It was like 1300 or something. But yeah, Victoria got 37.
I feel like I you know what though, I need to get more into those teams. It's like that one team, Karabag.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's Karabag? I should probably know this.
They they don't. I remember I've watched them several times play in Europa League. Because in the dark days of Inter Europa League, when I was, I know I hate to bring it up, but even then, I was calling off work. Like I'm not coming. Okay, on a Thursday, I'm not coming today. I'm sorry. Like I have a thing, or I'm working a half day. I'm leaving at noon.
Gotta watch Europa League. I did the same thing.
Yeah, and Karabag. There's Magdeburg. They're in the second division now in Germany, but like, there's these tiny clubs. Like, it's almost like they're playing at high schools or something too. And
we could make up. You could make up names. You could take like 3 syllables, and say, "Oh yeah, I'm a big supporter of like Ragnar."
Yeah.
Like
Ragnar.
Yeah, I support Ragnarok FC.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But see, like you could say something like that. People would be like, "Oh yeah, where are they from?" And you'd be like, "Oh, Hungary."
Yeah.
Wait, Hungary isn't even a place. Oh yeah. But
Yugoslavia.
Yeah. What time?
Yugoslavia doesn't exist. It did. They're from that region.
It probably exists to someone somewhere.
Oh, it definitely does. It has to.
I had. This is funny. This reminds me of something. So, like, years ago, I was volunteering at the soccer academy for like sign-up day, and there was these 2 men showed up, and they were probably in their 50s, I would imagine.
Okay.
And they looked like Eastern European gangsters.
Okay.
I mean, they straight up looked like it was like they walked right up a movie set.
Yeah.
And this guy walks up, and he didn't want to pay with a card, or he didn't want to pay with a check. And we're talking like tuition for a soccer academy, like a year tuition for a soccer academy. So we're talking hundreds of dollars here.
Yeah.
And and I can't remember what the guy's relationship was to the kid who was going to be in the soccer academy. I think he was like an uncle, or like, and one of the guys was his dad and something. But But the kid brought these guys to the soccer academy, and they show up and they talk very much like this, very much like this. And he's like, so where are you from originally? And the guy said, I'll never forget this. He said, I'm from the former Soviet Union. He didn't say he was from Russia. He didn't say he was from Ukraine. He didn't say he was from Belarus or anything like that. He said, I am from the former Soviet Union.
And I intend to pay in cash.
I intend to pay in cash. I only pay in cash. I only pay in jewels. I only pay in blood diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think about that all the time now. The former Soviet Union. But I don't know why I told you that story. It was just a bizarre, stupid story.
That's good.
Oh yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. So we should do this again.
Yeah.
It's been what 2-3 weeks since we did the last one.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's another big game coming up soon, so that we can do this again.
Something like that.
I put the request in the phone chat, the WhatsApp chat, and obviously it's like 11 o'clock at night, so everyone's probably asleep.
Yeah.
And so when you see that message, ignore it.
I saw it already. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I was like,
no, this is I'm a night owl, so.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep playing around with this,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see if we can get it to work and do some other stuff with it.
Okay.
If you have any ideas for like how to add music to it, because you're the music guy.
I can do that. Well, I just did what music to add.
Right.
I've done other stuff. I did another local university hand egg podcast with my brother the last couple of years, and I put music all over that, and we had stupid fun, and it was dumb, but
that's cool though. It can be fun.
Yeah.
It should be.
It should be. We'll see. I don't know. Seasons. I'm not even going to comment on seasons like this because it's been so long, but the roller coaster has taken off. So here we go.
What did you say about roller coasters today? You said, we were talking about. You said you were talking about the Roger Waters concert.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good time.
Yeah,
had a great time.
A roller coaster.
A roller coaster of emotions.
I bet.
That was it was funny. God, the video, I don't know. It just look it up on YouTube, and there's a lot of really cool stuff that you'll catch.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I will check it out.
Yeah, in fact, I think the entire show is on there from Nationwide.
Jeez, that's unusual. So I was like, he was like super protective of his like. Maybe that's the other guy. Which one of them is like super
David
protective?
Gilmour. David Gilmour. He's the other one. He's the one that did. He did it live at Pompeii again. Like last year, was it, or something like that? He released it on DVD. He performed live at Pompeii, but he did it with an audience this time, and they filmed it on DVD, and they released it in studio. I'm like, no, no, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Why are you beating this dead horse? Why are you beating this horse?
Money.
Because the live at Pompeii, the original one, it's one of my favorite like performances. That's not even really a performance. It's just the audio of that concert, if you want to call it that, is just amazing. It's the best hands down version of Echoes that I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's freaking.
Yeah.
I think I remember watching that on something, and then there was one other concert that I saw of theirs that was kind of mind-blowing, and it was on YouTube, and then it was gone. It was like all of a sudden it was gone. It was like,
Pulse. Was it called Pulse? Where they did Dark Side of the Moon, the complete Dark Side of the Moon.
That might have been it.
It was kind of they did like 4 or 5 songs, and they did Dark Side, and then they did like 4 or 5 more songs, and then an encore. I had that on VHS.
I just always remember thinking like how amazing they were, but always feeling like I was not smart enough to get them.
It was,
And like all the smart kids, they were the ones who were in Pink Floyd. I felt
yeah,
like
it's for me. Pink Floyd ended when Roger Waters left.
well, they played it. I remember when I was very little, they played it at Ohio Stadium,
Hmm.
and they had a giant pig that floated over the
Yeah.
stadium.
Hmm.
And
Rogers still uses that pig.
yeah, and there was like controversy about it because the pig was like so big and like awkward, or there's something off about it, like it lit up or something. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I remember everyone was like, "Oh, there's a giant pig floating over Ohio Stadium." Like, okay, but you knew it was a big deal because anyone who plays Ohio Stadium is a big deal.
Yeah.
That's not the Buckeyes. Yeah. All right. Anytime
No
we start,
comment. No
yeah,
comment.
anytime we start talking about the Buckeyes, I guess it's time to.
Yeah, I think we've gone through all of our options by now.
Yeah. But hey, yeah. So I guess nothing happened today.
No, not at all. Nothing.
Boring.
Yeah.
Kind of boring day.
Hey, Red Star tied. What are you gonna do?
Hey, it'll get better.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I will. I will message you later.
Word.
Okay.
Cheers.
Bye.
There we go.